So I'm going to give you an assignment. As you watch this today, I want you to see what parts of it resonate with something that we teach here at HeartLight, that I've been teaching you. If you find something that goes, oh yes, we've been learning that here at HeartLight. David's been teaching that. I want you to be able to share that at the end if you want to. Nobody has to do anything. But I just thought, because as I listened to it, I thought, oh my goodness, that is a part of what we're saying here at HeartLight, put into this few minutes. Looks like everybody's wonderful grandmother, but a powerful being. She is no longer with us, but she's been made more popular since her transition. But she is from Fayetteville, Arkansas. When we were living in Hot Springs, we went to one of her retreats in Hot Springs and had a booth there with Some Energetics and the tuning forks. And it was there that someone came to our table and slammed a catalog down and said, "You belong in North Carolina." And because of that, it's planted a seed in our mind. We happen to be coming to Asheville and then ending up here in Charlotte to speak at Unity of Charlotte on a Sunday morning. And that Sunday morning, Reverend Nancy came to me and said, "I have a deal to offer you that you can't resist." And that's why we moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, and to Unity of Charlotte. So in a way, we feel this connection with her because if it had not been for that particular gathering in Fayetteville, Arkansas, we might not have had that seed planted in us that grew into this experience of ending up here in Charlotte. So I'm going to give you an assignment. As you watch this today, I want you to see what parts of it resonate with something that we teach here at HeartLight, that I've been teaching you. If you find something that goes, oh yes, we've been learning that here at HeartLight. David's been teaching that. I want you to be able to share that at the end if you want to. Nobody has to do anything. But I just thought, because as I listened to it, I thought, oh my goodness, that is a part of what we're saying here at HeartLight, put into this few minutes. So I hope that you enjoy this as much as we did when Terry introduced it to us a few weeks ago. All right?
For decades, we have spoken of it as a distant future, a prophecy whispered in the pages of books and lecture halls. We called it the shift. We marked our calendars for 2025. It was always something coming. Tonight, I am here to tell you, it is no longer coming. It is here. The preliminary stages, the opening act of the great planetary transformation that Dolores Cannon predicted, are not just beginning. They are unfolding right now with breathtaking speed. And just as she foretold, the epicenter of this initial storm is the United States of America. Many of you are feeling it, a sense of acceleration, a feeling that the ground beneath our feet, both literally and metaphorically, is becoming unstable. The chaos you see on the news is not just politics. The turmoil you feel in your own life is not just personal stress. It is the symptom of a planet in the midst of a profound vibrational recalibration. Dolores Cannon's work was not just a collection of fascinating past life stories. It was a detailed, multi-layered, prophetic map. And that map clearly stated that the initial, most intense phase of the sorting of energies would manifest first and most dramatically in America. In this special investigative report, we will not speculate. we will connect the dots. We will, first, revisit the original prophecy. What exactly did Dolores' subconscious say about America's unique and critical role in the shift? Second, examine the evidence. We will present three distinct categories of current events: social, geological, and psychological, and juxtapose them with her specific predictions. And finally, decode the higher purpose. We will unveil the profound, spiritual reason why America was chosen to be the crucible, the ground zero for this global transformation, and what this means for your personal mission. This is not a message to inspire fear. This is a message to inspire clarity. The prophecies are no longer on the page. They are in our lives. It is time to open our eyes and understand what is truly happening. To understand why the events are unfolding in America, we must first understand the unique energetic blueprint of the nation itself, as described in Dolores Cannon's sessions. The subconscious repeatedly explained that America is a one-of-a-kind experiment in the history of the planet. It was founded not on a shared race or ancient heritage, but on an idea: the idea of individual freedom and sovereignty. It was designed to be a great melting pot, a place where souls from every corner of the galaxy, from every race, religion, and background, could come together in one lifetime. In her book, The Convoluted Universe, Book 2, a client's subconscious states, "The entity of America was created as a crucible, a place of intense heat and pressure. It is where the greatest diversity of energies on your planet has been forced into a single container. The purpose was to see if, under these conditions of ultimate freedom and ultimate diversity, a new, higher form of unity could be forged, or if the container would shatter." This is the core of the prophecy. America is the planet's heart chakra. Just as the heart chakra in the human body is the center where the lower physical energies meet the higher spiritual energies, America was designed to be the place where all the world's karmic patterns, beliefs, and divisions would meet. Dolores explained that the plan was for this great experiment in freedom to lead to a voluntary choice for unity. But she also warned of the great risk. The same freedom that could lead to enlightenment could also lead to extreme selfishness. The same diversity that could lead to a beautiful mosaic could also lead to fragmentation and tribalism. The prophecy, therefore, was this: the first most visible signs of the Great Shift would be a dramatic polarization within America. The sorting of the two earths would begin as a sorting of the American soul. The nation would be pushed to its absolute extremes: the deepest love and the deepest hate, the greatest compassion and the greatest greed, the most profound desire for unity and the most violent push for separation. She said, the chaos we would see in America would not be a sign of its failure, but a sign that the great purification of the planetary heart chakra had begun. It is a healing crisis, like a fever that must spike before it breaks. The hidden darkness within the collective must be brought to the surface to be seen, acknowledged, and transmuted. So, as we look at the evidence, do not see it as the end of a nation. See it, as Dolores did, as a sign that the grand, painful, and glorious process of planetary rebirth is right on schedule. Let us now turn to the evidence. The first and most obvious signs that the prophecy is unfolding can be seen in the very fabric of American society. The evidence. We are witnessing a level of political and social polarization unprecedented in modern history. The nation is fractured along lines of belief, race, and class. The public discourse has devolved into a constant state of outrage and tribalism. Trust in institutions, Government, media, science is at an all-time low. Simultaneously, the economic system is showing signs of extreme stress. Inflation, debt, and a widening gap between the rich and the poor are creating a pervasive sense of instability and insecurity. The American dream, the very foundation of the nation's identity, feels more distant than ever for millions. These are not just news headlines. These are the cracks appearing in the container. This is the container shattering that the subconscious warned about. The spiritual decoding. From Dolores Cannon's perspective, this is not a political crisis. It is a vibrational sorting. The extreme polarization is the two earths manifesting in the collective consciousness. People are being forced, by the rising energies, to choose a frequency. You can no longer comfortably sit on the fence. You are being pushed to choose between the frequency of fear, control, and separation, the old earth, and the frequency of love, freedom, and unity, the new earth. The political battles are merely the external theater for this internal energetic choice. The economic instability is a direct assault on the 3D matrix's primary control system, survival fear. Dolores taught that the old system was built on keeping humanity in a state of fear and lack. The current economic turmoil is designed by the higher plan to break our dependency on that system. It is forcing us to question what wealth truly is. Is it the number in your bank account, or is it your community, your skills, your health, and your connection to Source? This is the first great sign. The crumbling of the social and economic structures is not the disaster. It is the demolition phase necessary to clear the ground for the new earth. The second sign is one that cannot be debated or dismissed as mere politics. The land itself is speaking. The earth is responding. The evidence. In recent years, America has been battered by an relentless series of extreme weather events. Once-in-a-century storms now seem to happen every year. Wildfires of unprecedented scale, prolonged droughts in some regions, and historic floods in others. Simultaneously, there is a noticeable uptick in seismic activity in unusual places. The Yellowstone supervolcano shows signs of increased activity. The new Madrid seismic zone, long dormant, is being monitored more closely than ever. The ground is literally becoming more unstable. The spiritual decoding. This directly mirrors the prophecies of both Dolores Cannon and Edgar Cayce. But Dolores provides the deeper why. She explained that the earth is a living, conscious being. It has an energy grid, much like the human body has meridians. Our collective human consciousness directly impacts this grid. Decades of pollution, destructive practices, and most importantly, the dense negative emotional energy of fear and conflict have created massive blockages in the planet's energy field. The extreme weather events are the Earth's attempt to clear these blockages. A hurricane is not just a weather pattern. It is a massive vortex of energy designed to cleanse a region of stagnant negativity. A wildfire is not just a fire. It is a brutal but effective act of purification, clearing old, dead growth to make way for new life. The seismic activity is the Earth realigning its own skeletal structure in preparation for the new frequency. It is shaking off the old energetic imprints. This is the second great sign. The rebellion of the land is not a punishment. It is the planet itself, our mother, actively participating in its own ascension process and inviting us to do the same. The third and final sign is the most important, because it is happening not on your television screen, but inside your own mind and body. The evidence. Millions of people across America and the world are reporting a dramatic increase in unusual experiences. Unexplained anxiety, bouts of depression, strange physical symptoms, vivid and bizarre dreams, a feeling of time speeding up, and a profound sense of not belonging. Simultaneously, millions are also experiencing a great awakening, a sudden intense interest in spirituality, a deep questioning of their life's purpose, a spontaneous activation of intuitive abilities, a powerful desire to live a more authentic life. We are seeing both the dark night of the soul and the spiritual awakening happening on a mass scale, often within the same person, from one day to the next. The spiritual decoding. This is the human experience of the frequency split. You are living in two realities at once. The anxiety, the symptoms, the turmoil. That is, your body and mind struggling to release the dense 3D programming you have carried for lifetimes. This is the healing crisis we must all go through. The spiritual awakening, the desire for purpose, the new abilities. That is your 5D New Earth self coming online, activating within your DNA. And this brings us to the event we've discussed before, the Great Forgetting. The chaos of this internal battle is the very mechanism of the final test. The rising energies are amplifying both your light and your shadow. The challenge right now is to not get lost in the storm of your own clearing process. The danger is to identify with the fear and forget the awakening. This is the third and most crucial sign. The internal chaos is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a sign that the ascension process is fully engaged within you. You are on the front lines of this shift. So we see the convergence. The social fabric is tearing, the land is rebelling, and our inner worlds are in a state of profound flux. The prophecy is happening, and it is happening now, starting in the crucible of America. Why America? Why here? Because as the planetary heart chakra, this is where the greatest healing is needed, and therefore, where the greatest potential for transformation exists. The world watches America not because of its power, but because the battle for the soul of humanity is being played out on its stage in the most visible way. This is not a time for fear. It is a time for purpose. If you are living in America right now, you are not here by accident. You are a grid worker, a volunteer soul who chose a front row seat, a critical role in this great healing crisis. Your mission is not to fight the chaos. It is to be the calm within it. Your purpose is not to judge the division, but to embody unity in your own life. You are here to anchor the frequency of the new earth right in the heart of the storm. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every choice for love over fear is a powerful act of planetary service. I ask you now to accept this mission. Go to the comments and declare your role. Write, I am a grid worker in the heart of the shift. I anchor the light by, and then, name one way you will consciously bring a higher frequency into your community this week. Subscribe, because this channel is your briefing room, your resource hub for navigating the days ahead. We are in this together. The fever has spiked, the healing crisis is upon us, but beyond it lies the dawn of a new world. A world we are not just witnessing, but actively creating with every conscious breath. Welcome to the Great Shift.
Oh, well, put it in a nutshell, didn't it? I hope you'll be leaving here today with a little broader picture of what's going on rather than what appears is going on. Let's see what's really going on. We have tried to make it on a philosophy, a theology, a very positive one, a very good one. But it's going to take our involvement in the process. We are the process. So really seek, I think the greatest thing that you can cultivate in yourself of all the gifts is intuition. You got to intuit what's going on in your life. You got to be able to separate the wheat from the tares, it says. You may eat the grapes, but spit out the seeds. And learn to discern what is going on in this moment. Is there a bigger picture here I'm not seeing that I need to see in my life? And where do I fit? Because I know the ego voice in you tells you that you don't have this and you don't have a talent and you don't have an ability. Don't you listen to that voice, because everyone is being called into the urgency of this time to participate. I dare to do this song because I'm so choked up, but God gave us a mind to work. God gave us a mind to work. God gave us a mind to work for the Lord. God gave us a mind to work. Gave us a mind to work. Gave us a mind to work for the Lord. It just came to my head many years back. But you got to have a mind to work, because you won't do it in your ego mind.
Right.
So, anybody else real quickly? The heart mind, that's right. All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been different today, I know, but couldn't have been a better Sunday. It's been different for me. Give me a little break here to do what I need to do. I want everyone to know how we appreciate you. We appreciate this community. And please guard this space with love and reverence. This is a sacred place. I don't think there's anything like it. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I just think it's a unique coming together of people, of ingredients to a recipe for the time. And I think we're into making something. I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but it's in the oven, and the timer's about to go off, and I can't wait to open that oven door and see what comes out that is going to be for each and every one of us. All right, if you would join with me in your appreciation of giving to HeartLight with your love and support in the energy of finance, we would so appreciate it. So as Tim told you, we did make our budget, which, why do I ever doubt it? After 7 years, doesn't matter. It comes in the strangest ways too. I mean, this month it came from ways I would have never thought, or people that I've never thought would give. It's been a very interesting month of how it has shown up. But we need to look to source.
That's right.
That is our source. And our source is inexhaustible.
That's right.
It's inexhaustible.